Hey everybody, welcome to Fabdaddy TV. I am your host Fabdaddy. If this is your first time with us, welcome. I'm glad you're here. If this is not your first time watching one of my videos, you must be a glutton for punishment. But again, I'm glad you came back. On today's episode, we're going to talk about a little bit here. Buford is my 83 Chevy Silverado crew cab square body dually. As you can see, we've got some snow on the ground. It's mid-January 2025. I think we've had about 9 inches of snow here in our area. We got some rain, some really wet snow last night, so it's really packing down and everything. And then it's supposed to freeze really hard in the next couple days. Like, we're talking -10 actual temperatures. So this is all going to be a sheet of ice. Anyway, the subject of today's video is this wheel and tire right here. When I bought Buford, the gentleman that I bought him from said, hey, that left front tire goes flat after a couple weeks. It had a big plug in the sidewall, which you should never plug sidewalls of tires because they never hold. And he was right. About every 3 weeks, I'd have to come out here and air it back up because I live in town. I can't have a vehicle sitting around with a flat tire. Excuse me. So I pulled the wheel and tire off and was looking around, found a used tire at where I work. It was just out behind the shop. Boss said I could have it. So I threw the wheel and tire from Buford and the new tire in the back of the car, ran down to a couple tire shops. Neither one, both of them were more than willing to break down the old tire and charge me to get rid of it. But neither one would mount the new tire I had to put on because it was over 10 years old. And the next video I'm going to go over tire stamps so you can decipher how old a tire is. And that'll be, like I said, my next video. But anyway, so I figured out nobody was going to mount this tire for me. So what I did was I pulled out my old tire spoons. And you may be asking, Fabdaddy, why do you have tire spoons? And I have tire spoons because several years ago, which as I was thinking about making this video, I realized it's about 10 years ago, I used to run demolition derbies. In the tires on those cars, we were constantly doing mounting weird things on weird wheels, and I learned to do my own because most tire places would not mount the tires we wanted on the on the wheels we were using. So a friend of mine had some tire spoons, and so I started mounting tires myself. Started mounting my own tires, and then some buddies I used to run demolition derbies with, I started mounting theirs, and then some other people that we knew in the derby community found out I was mounting tires. And so basically I started my own little side hustle mounting derby car tires. And actually for about 5 or 6 years I was keep busy doing that, and the money I made from mounting derby car tires paid for my derby habit. So anyway, I acquired my own tools, my own spoons. I got a regular one, just kind of a straight one here that I broke in half and mounted to a pipe. This one's good for mounting. This side's good for one side of the tire. This side is good because it's got this little notch on it. You can reach through the tire, grab the lip of the wheel from the inside, and this one's just a standard flat spoon. Now, I say all that to tell you this. Sorry, that was kind of quick. As you're working on your car, your hot rod, your pickup, whatever, you're going to learn some skills while you're doing it. And you can maybe turn those skills into kind of maybe a small side hustle to make some extra money. So I encourage you, while you're doing your builds, to try everything yourself. You'll succeed on some stuff, you'll fail on some stuff, and hey, that's all right. That's part of life. You know, you can't be scared of failing. Sometimes you learn more from failing than you do from learning or from succeeding. And I've learned a lot of skills over the years just by trying stuff. I've learned that I'm good at some stuff, and I'm not very good at other stuff. I'm very good at mounting tires. I'm not very good at, well, several things. But anyway, so I have a couple degrees. I have a degree in collision repair. I have a degree in auto diesel mechanics. I even have some training in mobile refrigeration, like the semi-reefer units and hydraulics. So I've done a little bit of all that throughout the years. And I say this stuff to tell you that, you know, you may you know, as you try things and you learn things, you'll find things that you enjoy that you're really good at. And you could maybe, if you get into the car community, which the show car hot rod community is mostly very welcoming. I'm sure there's gatekeepers out there that, you know, they don't like your build, so they're not going to let you join their club or whatever. But I just encourage you to find your group. Go to car shows, go to cruise-ins, go to, you know, meet and greets, local car clubs. Hook up with them, even if you don't have a car yet. You know, most of these groups will be more than happy to have you hang out with them. And as you meet these new people, you know, they may have some skills that you need help with. You know, if you're good at rebuilding carburetors, you may make friends with somebody that's good with building rear differentials. So maybe you can trade off your services for their services, that kind of stuff. And you may, like I said, you may learn a new skill that you can turn into a side hustle, kind of like Riley Schlick out of Bradenton, Florida. If you want to find out who she is, look up Riley's Rebuilds on, well, basically anywhere. YouTube, Facebook, I think she's got Instagram. She was basically a high schooler that wanted to start building her own car, and her dad's like, well, you got to learn some skills. And she found out she was very good at rebuilding Edelbrock carburetors. So she started rebuilding carburetors in her spare time, and she was making about $150 or so off of each carburetor she was building. And she was using that money to build her own car. Well, then she got so busy doing it that she hired like 3 or 4 of her friends, and they go to her garage every day, and they rebuild, the 4 or 5 of them rebuild carburetors. And so she's turned her passion that she learned on the side into a hustle that's actually making her quite a bit of money. So you never know what's going to happen with the skills that will learn. Oh, something else about Riley. Sorry, I have notes. The local hot rod shop down there in Bradenton hired her to help tune the carburetors on the hot rods they're building. So you never know. So that's like a double thing right there. She not only has a job rebuilding these carburetors, she also expanded that side hustle into a secondary thing where she's tuning them for the local people. So anyway, just keep that in mind while you're building your hot rod, while you're building your street machine or your truck or whatever you're building. Take those skills you've learned, or that you learned, and you can try to turn them into a side hustle to maybe make a little bit of money, or just to make new friends. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. Kind of rambled on there a little bit at the end, and I apologize for that. But anyway, I want you guys to get out there, build something cool. All right? Love you guys. See you later.